In this module, we covered a few different topics to improve the React application that we're writing. We first talked about validating components props using the prop types package, and we use that to make sure every article object that we pass to an article component has the right shape. We then explored React's powerful context API and how it can be used to pass React application scoped global variable to any component in the tree. We used the context object to give children components access to the store object. Using the context API made testing things a bit harder, so we talked about ways around that, and one of them is shallow rendering, and we used the enzyme package to do that. One simple trick when working with the context API is to split a component into two. Leave one component purely a presentational one that maps data to UI, and have another component that contains the presentational one and perform any non-presentational logic like accessing the context API, for example. Using a higher order component function, we can make the presentational to container relation a generic one that allows us to wrap any presentational component with a context fetching container component. We can also customize this container component to provide extra props, which allowed us to further extract any logic that depends on the global context out of the presentational components and into a separate function that is testable on its own. So far, we've been only reading static values from an initial state. It's time to start thinking about what happens when the state, which is managed outside of the React application, changes.